Hey gang, AV here. Welcome to my review of the Star Wars Vintage Collection Luke Skywalker, his Bespin outfit. Here he is in the packaging. As you can see, it's retro. It's not retro. That's a different line. It's vintage style packaging with the Kenner branding right down there in the bottom. Very reminiscent to the carded figures that I used to get when I was a kid. Very cool. Here's the front of the card, which you can see has a depiction of Luke from the film in that particular outfit. Here is the back of the card, which shows other figures that were available in the same wave as this particular figure. And that's about it. So let's open them up and have a look at the figure himself. I've been looking for and waiting for, I guess, a decent Bespin Luke Skywalker for a long time. I do have, I forget what line it was. I don't think it was Power of the Force 2. I think it was maybe the Saga collection, I forget. But I do have the one that comes with the weather vane, and he's all beat up, and he's got a magnetic hand. And that's a cool one. But let's face it, you kind of want one for that looks like this before he got his ass whooped by Darth Vader too. And I needed a decent one, and we finally got one. So here he is. So he comes with a booklet as well, same as the Mandalorian did a couple of reviews ago. I believe that this is, yeah, same thing. This is just Hasbro telling you that this contains small parts and not for children under the age of 3 in several different languages. It's also telling you that it was made in China in several different languages. And a whole bunch of other things, legal stuff in several different languages. I think it's a waste of paper, frankly. They could just put that on the card and, you know, Bob's your uncle. So anyway, here we go. It's taped in there at the bottom. I'm gonna need my knife again. Remove the accessories from the bubble. Alright, that should be good enough. Alright, as usual, we're going to have a look at his accessories first. We're going to start with his blaster, which is very cool. It looks very accurate, in my opinion. I'm no expert, but it looks like it fits the part. He has an ignited lightsaber with the blue blade, and this is Anakin's lightsaber, of course, that he inherited. Here is the unignited lightsaber handle, which has a peg on it that does peg to his belt. It looks like there's a very, very small peg hole right here. I may have to take this off camera. Let me see. Alright, so you can get it. It'll fit in there, but man, that's a tight fit. And because it's on his actual belt, not the figure himself, the belt is a separate rubbery piece. You really got to squeeze it in there, and it's tough to get enough leverage and pressure on that particular area to do so. But you can stow his lightsaber on his belt, which is awesome. While I've got the figure and I'm on the subject, he does have a working holster, which will fit his blaster. And nothing's fallen off. It's a pretty decent fit on both. Alright. Let's look at the figure's articulation. I'll take that off of there because it'd probably fall off anyhow. Well, actually, let's look at his sculpt first. I do like the sculpt on this guy. I like the sculpt on the head. This is, I believe this was the first version Luke Skywalker ever got. Very cool. They did a good job with it. Alright. Let's see his head. It's on a ball joint. Does a full 360. Because of the sculpt of the head, he cannot look up. His hair gets in the way. And he doesn't look down because his chin gets in the way. So you basically just get 360 degrees out of this guy. The Exorcist pose. His arms can do a full 360. They can point up pretty far, not too bad. There's nothing at the bicep. His elbows will do a full 360 at the peg, and they bend 90 degrees up. His wrists do a full 360. And does he have the hinge here? I don't believe he has hinged wrists. I think they just swivel. All right. He's got ball joint there at the rib cage. He's got, he'll kick his legs up about that high. Oh, he's got those, well, no, it's not too bad. It's just the shape of his hips. He kind of kicks his leg out to the side when you stick his leg up. He can do it back, not really. I mean, it goes off on a weird angle. You can do a split. Single jointed knees, full rotation there at the knee joint as well. Ankles do a full 360. You can point his toes down and up. Decent articulation. I will say this for the Star Wars line, they don't seem to have universal articulation. Sometimes the articulation is limited due to the sculpt on the figure. I do like that you can store everything on the figure. However, you know, purists, I guess you would say, would have a hard time displaying him with his lightsaber in his hand and on his belt at the same time, but whatever. Sometimes being a little less accurate is better than losing stuff, in my opinion. I think he looks pretty decent, though. I'm very happy with him. I'm glad to have a decent one in my collection, finally. Here he is next to the Jedi Luke I just got finished reviewing. Here he is next to a vintage G.I. Joe figure. So you can see that the modern Star Wars figures are the same height as the vintage ones, and that is at 3 3/4 inches tall. Here he is next to a Marvel Universe Captain America, which you can see just towers over him because these figures are 4 inches tall instead. Here he is next to a modern era G.I. Joe from Dollar General Trooper. He's taller than Luke as well. So all in all, I think he's a great figure. I'm very happy that I picked him up. I do highly recommend them, especially if you're a fan of the Bespin outfit. And if you like this video, check out my channel. If you like what you see there, then please subscribe. As always, thanks for watching.